Hello, hello, my Starlight Collective. It's SuCoco, your divine oracle. I'm channeling a very, very powerful, important, deeply important message for y'all. And let's just jump in. So, you're entering a phase right now where you seriously do not even realize the power that you have. You literally are standing in your magician energy where you are able to transform and transmute this alchemy. You are in this very, very powerful state in your life. And I just see somebody who's like dreaming or sleeping, and you could be getting really like prophetic dreams right now where you are just dreaming, and like people from the past are showing up in your dreams. And understand, this is more than a dream. They're probably really thinking about you, and it might be like, oh, they want to see you again. But I'm gonna say with a caution, with these people, do not let them get you into past routines and past cycles, because right now you're on the precipice of major change and major transformation. You literally are at this like turning point. Like I just see, like the water wheel of like of like, like I don't like a well. I see them in video games, like a water like thing, and it like turns the turbine for electricity or whatever. So out of left field. But you're at the precipice and things are changing and turning, and it's like life, and the water that is flowing to turn your wheels right now is like, it's just raw, unadulterated power. Like you right now can really manifest and bring things into existence. You are in a very, very powerful state right now. So you need to be fully aware of the energy you're allowing into your life, because if you let, like one bad apple spoils the bunch. So one bad, or like, you know what I mean? Somebody from your past who kind of ignited these like either like toxic behaviors or brought you to a place that was not worthy of yourself. Don't let them back in. If they're good for you or if they've changed, I mean, I'm leaving up to your discretion, but I'm somebody that's like, there's a reason why they're in the past, and like people are going through their own things, and sometimes they may need to talk to you for their own healing. And if you're coming from a place of like love and healing and like moving on, I mean, approach it with the energy of like, I am not going backwards. We're not going back. That is the energy you need to be like cultivating and bringing forward in this sort of like stage of your life. So with that being said, because you are such at a powerful turnaround point, the energies of like, there's this thing, what's his name? There's like this philosopher, I forgot what his name was, but he's like very famous and like crazy. That's like, he calls it like the death wish. There's a part of like, like why do people, like why is it when somebody commits a crime like they confess, or like why is it you sabotage when you're like a diet, why do you sabotage yourself? Why do you want to, you know what I mean? Like when you're doing something is for your own good, why do you sabotage yourself? Why do you do things that pull you back into an old habit or whatever? Because it feels safe. Because it's like, like this is the devil I know, not the devil I don't know. But like everything you want is on the other side of this turmoil and on the other side of this, like, this thing that's been holding you back. So what I really want to get out and say here is, because you are at the precipice of such profound transformation, there's these energies that I want to pull you back and keep you where you were. It's the easiest thing in the world to give up. If you're on a weight loss journey, I'm currently on one. I've lost a ton of weight, and every day I'm like I'm a big like nighttime snacker, and I've like completely cut that out. Like usually, like now I'm like, I have dinner and that's it. No more snacks. I'll let myself have like a Coke Zero, because I mean, they're delicious. Or I'll have like a tea with like a little bit of caffeine, and that's like my treat for the night. And I'm like, I'm not eating anymore till I have breakfast. And I've made that like a rule for myself. But there's nights where it's like I have like my family, my parents, my brother, they're gonna be like getting cookies and chocolate and all that crap. And they're always doing stuff that it's like, oh, like my mom is a very big like, I love you with food. So she'll get like my favorite treats and stuff, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna, like, I'm gonna eat that when I'm, you know what I mean, more comfortable with where my diet and my journey is, or like when I let myself have like a cheat day or whatever, I'll eat it then instead of like right now. And it's so easy to fall back to those old patterns that never like suited you or never were for your benefit. Let me just say, when I was at my biggest size, it literally took everything I love away from me. Like I struggled breathing. I couldn't walk. Like I was so slow to walk. Like I struggled to walk. I struggled with my breathing. I have asthma and it made it so much worse. I couldn't even like, there were times where I would like have trouble sleeping and I'd like have to sleep sitting up, especially like when I had a cold because I had so many breathing problems and the weight on top of it. And not only that, just like one thing that really affected me was it was really affecting my energy. One thing I love is like reading. And because I was so big, every time I would sit to read, I don't know what it was. Like my heart rate would relax and then I couldn't read for more than 10 minutes without falling asleep. And that was a constant thing. So I was like never able to read books unless I was like walking on a walking pad or doing something that would keep my heart rate up. I don't need a doctor in the comments to be like, this is what this like girl, I know is bad. But now I'm at the point where I'm like at this beautiful point of when I was gaining weight, I was so worried about the weight that I currently am. And I'm like, oh my God, I let myself go, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, honey, I know, like I went a little bit on the letting myself go journey when I tumbled down the hill and it was in the creek, right? Like, you don't even know how far you are. And so now when I'm back at this weight and I'm able to like wear these old clothes again, and when I'm able to like feel and like look at myself, I like see myself with such love. And the last time I was at this weight, I was just like hating my body and like, oh my God, I can't believe I let myself become it. And now I'm like, oh my God, like I love myself. I'm like, my skin is glowing, my hair is shining, everything's like, I'm so happy about me and like me. But like, you know what I mean? Like I legitimately really do like love and care for myself now versus back then. And it's easy to see those bad and negative habits when you're like come across from out of the journey and you're like on the other side of it. But baby, you are in the thick of it right now. And I just want you to constantly take the step forward. And even if, pardon me, you regress and you take a step back, or you tumble and take a tumble, whatever, a ton of steps back, and you go further than you thought you were going to go, understand and know you're always worthy of love. And you are always worthy of your dream life. Understand and know this dream that you've been harboring, that you've been keeping secret, that you've been like keeping really closed away and quiet. And I'm like speaking really softly because this is something you've like literally like hidden away in like the deepest, darkest chambers of your heart. I'm just seeing door after door after door. And it's like something, me speaking about it could reignite it within you, or something you literally like forgot. You like, oh, I forgot I really wanted that because it was so out of the question, right? Like, it was something so my parents told me like that's so ridiculous. That was something people told me that's so ridiculous. You're gonna do that? No way. You're not smart enough. You're not talented enough. You're not special enough. Forget about those people. Listen to me right now when I'm telling you that dream lives within you, and that dream is meant to be fulfilled. That dream is meant to be realized and like realized. It is possible, but you need to like start off from a place of love and know that you are worthy of achieving whatever it is. You are worthy of, you're first of all worthy of love, and you are worthy to be going after what it is you love. You are worthy of going after what it is you desire and want. And part of this going after it is right now. This is a timeless message, so whenever you see this, it applies. But right now we're in winter, and it's a phase and a season right now where it's just like, we're going through the darkness. You are entering a dormancy phase in your life where things might be like slowing down around you, but you need to be going inward and starting to do the work on yourself of like going through and peeling back those layers of trauma, of pain, of joy, of really going through it. And like, it's imagine it's like there's a little you, and you're literally peeling back every single layer and working through everything, the messy, the painful, the trauma of it all. And you tell yourself, I'm fine. Stop lying. You need to stop lying to yourself about that. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to cry. Sometimes we just need a good cry to help us reconnect with ourselves. I had one yesterday and I feel really reconnected with myself. And I was able to really hear my intuition after I let myself like have a good cry. And like TMI, but like I watched, like Disney's Frozen, that movie. Oh my, I love that movie. But like I watched it, and the end scene when Anna sacrifices her. Oh my god! Oh, spoilers, but you know what I mean, like that. Ugh, crying, and I was having a really like difficult day where I was just feeling like I couldn't explain it, but I was feeling very like restless and this energy of like just feeling uncomfortable, and I didn't understand why. And literally a voice in my head, like my intuition, was like to me, you need to watch Frozen. So I put on Disney Plus and I put on Frozen. And I was crocheting and watching, and by the end of it, I like put my crocheting down. I'm just watching the movie. And like full on ugly cry, like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. And then I heard my like inner voice, my intuition, like start having a conversation with me and like telling me, oh, like this is why you're struggling. This is what you're dealing with right now. And it was just from a place of compassion and like love. And I want you to get there too, because we are all members. You're seeing this? We are all members of the Starlight Collective. And what that means is that you chose to be in the here and now. You, baby, are made of starlight, and you are meant to ignite and light up this whole world. By showing and sharing your light and what you were meant and called here to do, you're going to ignite other people, and they're going to be inspired to share their light with the world. And in a sense, we're going to light up this world. We're in really like one of the darkest timelines, but that is when the world needs our light the most. I should have written down what I was talking about because I kind of lost my train of thought. I had a good cry. But having a good cry is about having compassion for yourself, and you're doing the onion. So you need to like go through and like peel back all the layers. And the reason why you need to like peel back and peel through all these layers is you need to allow your inner child to speak, to be seen, to be heard, to be in a place where they feel safe and they're able to do what they were meant to do. Your inner, I say inner child, but that is the like crux of who you are. It's like, when you're a little kid and like people tell you stories or you remember things about being a child, and it's like you cannot explain why you did the things you did, but it was just, I just felt like it. It was who I was. It was my, like you know exactly who you are, and you just go for it and do it. And I'm just gonna have a sip of tea. One thing I'm loving about like this like newer generation are people are allowing their kids to be authentically themselves. And I think one thing about like parenting is like parents kind of feel like instilling your child with the tools of life, yes, but people kind of get this thing of like they need to teach their child everything, and they think they need to teach their child who they are. Like you need to force your child into this container that you want them to be in, and like make sure they're not, anything outside of what you want them to be, when in fact your child knows who they are. And it's your job as a parent, as a guardian, as a caretaker, to allow them to be themselves authentically and love them. And that's it. That's your job as a parent. Keep them safe, protect them, instill them with knowledge and kindness and all that good stuff. But kids come into the world knowing exactly who they are. And when we go through trauma and we go through pain, and like I'm in the process of going through my trauma and my pain and becoming a more open, compassionate, loving person, because it's easy to get like spiteful and petty and allow the pain you undergo to make you a hurt person that hurts people. And so a big thing that I'm working my way through is just getting through all of my trauma, all of the betrayals, all of the drama, all of the like random animosity I've experienced, or like, oh, this weird comment or energy from people, or like just like, I'm just trying to live my life in peace. And things have been, whatever. But that's not here or whatever. Like, but I'm just letting you know the journey that you're on. It starts with unraveling and going through the pain, and like it could be journaling, it could be talking to, I want to say trusted advisor, because you can't be out here telling your business to everybody. They're not all here for you. There are people who are going to be weaponizing what you do, what you say. There are going to be people who like, and this is me, like I'm speaking to the church, or I'm preaching to the church, whatever the saying is. Like, honey, I know you've been through pain. I know you've been through hurt and through betrayal. And there have been times when, like, I feel like crying because I'm really tapping into this energy in you, where you've shared your deepest dream and desire, and somebody else was like, "That's stupid," and laughed at you. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, people are like, "Oh, you want to do that? You want to be a content creator? You want to be a blah blah blah." Like, people are like, "You." I just want to, like, forget those people. Let them know. Let them know SuCoco's coming for them. Let them know I'm sending Jesus after them. Like, they're going to get their karma. And you need to not worry about them, because you need to really focus and really give the time and the effort and the energy to yourself. You right now, and I hope you can feel like the love coming through this. Like, I'm so proud of you for where you are right now, for who you are, and how far you've come just on your own. And I want you to know there's people who genuinely care and do love you, even if they may not be there in your life right now. I want you to know, like, really, like, I'm rooting for you. I want you to share your story, share what you're going through. And no, I'm always going to be here reading them, cheering you on, and hoping for the best for you. This is all, like, where this is going, by doing the work and by getting yourself to that place of healing and of sharing your light, is a beautiful, abundant place where you no longer have to worry about the things you're worrying about right now, where you no longer stress about the things that are stressing you out right now. You are going to be entering a new, like, stratosphere. You are going to be so much more capable of handling anything that comes your way. This message just came through to me of, like, whatever it is your worst fear, when you actualize and when you, like, transcend to becoming the person you are meant to be, literally, like, if you were to have what you fear is the worst day of your life, you would handle it so gracefully and so powerfully. You would be in shock of, like, how did I manage that? Like, who is this person that's able to just, like, it's water off a duck's back, and it is so effortless, and you're like effervescent and ethereal in the way you move through the world. So I want to leave you with that. I'm leaving you with that homework of, like, you're gonna have to start, like, working through it. It could be something as simple as journaling, or, like, sit in the bathtub and have a good old think. Think about it, let yourself feel it, cry about it. However it is, you're gonna need to work through it. I'm telling you right now, you're in the perfect place to be doing this work, because as the season changes from whenever you're seeing this timeless message, whenever you're seeing this from this season you're in right now to the next season, like 3-4 months, there is a big transformation and opening of your life, and I just see you blooming. It'll be time for you to bloom, and honestly, you're going to be attracting. You're going to be in your season of attracting love, abundance, power, notoriety, fame for some of you. So I want you to go with that, and go with the love, and, time to have a lot of compassion and, like, nurturing, care, love for yourself. Speak to yourself as if you were talking to your inner child. So with all that being said, I hope this message serves you well. I love you, and until next time.